Are your kitchen and bathroom way overdue for a remodel? Well, I got the guy for you. Call John Sellers at First Response Contracting, 484-256-7136. Both residential and commercial services, and he's licensed and insured. Call him at 484-256-7136. First Response Contracting. Hello, this is Brad Weisman. You're listening to Real Estate and You. We're back with Pete Heim in the studio, and this is a new studio. Look around this puppy. I mean, this is amazing, right? We got wood walls, we got red walls, we got all kinds of stuff going on. What do you think? Pretty neat, right?
My first intention was to go smell the wood.
Go smell the wood. That sounds weird, but okay.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it's a great look. It's a great look. But yes, we're so excited. We have we redid the studio, and if you're listening on podcast, you could give a rip because you can't see it anyway. But we have a really nice new looking studio, and I'm very proud of it. I think it turned out really nice.
It's awesome, dude.
Yeah, it's really nice. Thanks, Pete. I appreciate that. Yeah. So we got Pete Heim back. He's going to do Pete's point of view with me today, and we're going to talk about what's going on. Obviously, there's a lot of things affecting markets all over the place.
Right.
We have the Ukraine war going on, unfortunately, and our prayers go out to all of the Ukraine people. And all the countries around there that are taking on people from Ukraine, which is amazing. There's a major humanitarian effort going on in that, and you can't start a show without even bringing that up because it's important. Yeah, it's really important. So, but there's things that are happening there that are affecting our world too, and obviously not at the rate that it's affecting theirs. But we do want to talk about it. We want to get into that. So, you said when you first came in here that you're seeing I don't know, pessimism, negativity, I should say, with the war going on. So, tell me what you're seeing or hearing.
I would think some people are being a little fearful, but it's more of an uncertainty of where things are going. And I think we have to tell people that in our world, it's not going to be so bad. I mean, these poor people losing their homes, their relatives are dying, stuff like that. I mean, I have a hard time believing that's going to affect us that effect, this war. But we're just going to pray to God that we won't have anything on our shores, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So if it comes here, obviously all our problems are going to be completely shifted, and it's going to be way different than anything markets or real estate or anything. It's just going to get much bigger than that. So, but if it stays there and they come to a solution, and hopefully they can end it soon, I think we're going to be okay. I mean, Brad, we were talking earlier, we got through COVID, dude. Yeah. I mean, we were still pushing homes, through during COVID, being a shutdown and everything else. So I don't really think it's going to be that way. I think it's more going to be more of an economy thing where I think the supply chain is going to be hurting for a while. Sure. And, the oil gas prices, you see what they're doing. Yep. It's going to affect your pocketbook, everyone's pocketbook a little bit. But, the three things that are affecting real estate really right now is that inflationary unrest is one thing. The second thing would be the interest rate discussion, what we're going to have. And then again, and always, here we go. You guys ready? Yes, we're going to talk about inventory again. But
gosh darn it, why do we have to talk about inventory every show? Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's 2 years. 2 years of inventory.
Where's that dead horse?
I know, seriously. Yeah. Oh, dude, he's glue. That's over, man. That's over. Factory. I don't even know if that's true. Do they even make
Elmer.
Glue out of horses?
He's Elmer.
No. Yeah, he's Elmer. That's right. But
Did we use Elmer to put this wood up?
Anyway, I'll probably get in trouble for those comments, but that's all right. It's our show.
That's right.
So going back. So I think you're right. I agree with you that obviously the thing in Ukraine is terrible.
Yeah.
It is going to affect our economy. It is going to affect certain things, but I don't think it's going to be quite as bad as sometimes you see in the media and everything else out there.
Right.
So.
Well, let's talk about we can't control the inflation. I mean, none of us here, I think none of us are involved in that part. So let's put that aside.
Well, what's funny about that though is our market has been inflating for before everything else was
higher than 7.5%, which was that's the inflation rate right now, right?
Yep.
So you're right. It's inflating. Right. But we can't control that.
Nope.
Right. So what we can control or really look at or try to think about would be, we can't control this either, but interest rates, obviously we can't control, but we were talking earlier, about it follows the 10-year treasury bond.
Yeah.
And I know they're going to raise short-term rates probably because they do that for inflation, but the 10-year, I mean, that's what you got to watch, folks. If you just want to Google the 10-year treasury bond, see what that's doing, that will give you an indication of what interest rates are going to do. I've talked, Justin's on your show.
Yeah,
great.
sure.
He's one of my go-to
Justin
guys
Perel,
for sure. And He says he thinks they're going to come down, and I think he's probably right.
I think you're right too.
9/11, when 9/11 happened in 2001, that rates went from 7% to 5%.
Wow.
Over in 1 year. That was a crisis.
Yeah.
Right. Another crisis was COVID.
Mm-hmm.
When COVID happened, it went from like 4% to 2%.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we've got another crisis happening. It's overseas, but it's a crisis. So what's going to happen? Where are we at now? 4.25%?
Yeah, we're like 4.25%. That's about right. Yep.
4.25%.
Yep.
I mean, Justin thinks it's going to go into the 3s again.
Yeah, and I don't
because of that. So,
I don't doubt that. But you know what's funny? We don't have an interest rate problem.
No, we don't.
Can we go back to inventory?
Yeah.
We don't have an interest rate problem. Seriously, it maybe actually if the rates went up, we would have a little bit. It might be better.
Yeah,
it might be a little better.
Right.
So it is funny. Like people talk about the interest rates and stuff, but gosh, I mean, I don't really think that even if it was at 4.5%, I don't think it's a problem.
You got to go back to that 30-year average. I mean, that's 8 point. It's 8.7, folks. Right? That's what we talk, or 8.9, or whatever it was. So. Yeah, it's as low as it's ever been. Even 5, 5.5, 6, we're still good.
We're still really good, yeah.
The problem is the dead horse. Elmer.
Yeah, Elmer. But you know what's interesting talk about the interest rate thing? When we were down at the Keller Williams family reunion, and they had a thing there charting out different from 2001 to today.
Yeah.
And basically, believe it or not, even with all the appreciation that we had in real estate, if you looked at the same price house, or if you looked at the same house, okay, at the rate in 2001 or 2000 before 9/11, the rates were like what 5%, whatever they were, 7%, whatever it was.
They
okay,
came to 5. Yep.
If you look at the actual mortgage payment per month is the same or less for the same house, inflated up from 150,000 to 380,000.
Oh yeah, right.
Because of the interest rate. The payment's the same.
Right.
And really, what do we care about? We care about the payment.
The payment.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That is interesting. That was a great.
But they said car payments have gone up.
Yeah.
Everything else in our market has gone up.
Right.
Okay. You look at across the board, but a house is actually less cost out of your pocket per month.
Yeah.
Even with all the appreciation we had.
Dude, that's crazy.
Is that pretty wild or what?
Yeah. That's wild.
That's why housing's going so crazy.
Yeah.
Because reality is we don't care about this price.
No.
We care about that monthly payment.
What's the affordability?
Absolutely. What do you think car companies, when cars keep going up, you can get an 8-year loan now for a car?
Yeah, right.
Because the prices have gone up so much, they know nobody cares about the price.
Right.
You care about what you're paying per month. Right? It's really what you care about. Who cares if the car is in the last 8 years? Come on. Yeah, really. But isn't that way? It's just wild. So Gary had some really cool stuff to show us on that. It's good statistics.
Well, that's really good to know.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yep.
Right. Because it does boil down to affordability, which is interest rates, profit, the price of the house, right? The market value, and how much of your income you use.
Another thing too that was interesting, this bringing out more of this, is that he showed us the percentage of your income.
Yeah.
It is today.
What is it?
It's like 17 or it's like 15 to 17%.
It was 15
back then, back in 2000, it was like 40% of your income.
Yeah, right.
Remember that?
Yeah, because
seriously,
because incomes are up.
Right, exactly. Because incomes have actually gone up also. Mm-hmm. So therefore, it is actually much easier to buy a house today. Yeah. You get more house. You're doing a better job today, even with the increases in prices, than it was in 2000.
Wow, that's pretty
amazing, right?
Because it always goes up, right?
Yeah.
But it just so happens that the income was here.
Yeah.
And the price was it was like doing this.
Yeah.
Right.
And rates went down.
So
when you have income going up,
yeah,
house prices going up, okay, basically around the same rate or whatever. But it is funny that 17% of your monthly income now is going to housing, whereas before it was like 40%.
Yeah.
And crazy,
Which
right?
was the 2008 crash. People were loaning 50, 60%.
Then it changed.
Then
it changed. So I'm just remembering some of the stuff in family reunion because there's so much going on down there.
It really is. Michelle and I, we just talked yesterday. We're going to start stepping up our investment.
Yeah. Start buying more properties.
We are.
Buy dirt.
They're not making any more.
They're not making any more of that. That's right.
Lester Ulrich.
Yeah. They're not making any more.
Yeah.
So what else you got there?
Well, I mean, we just pretty much talked about that, but we talked about the actives, and going back to inventory, we're at 289 today. And Bright went wonky on me, so I don't know what happened, but I'm guessing if you took city and new construction out, we're in the 175 range, maybe something like that. Absorption rate 0.5 months.
It's unbelievable. 0.5. So half. So it's 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what that means is at the current inventory we have, it's 2 weeks.
It's 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 24 days on market, which takes all of that into account, which is new construction models that have been on the market for 1,000 days.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, there's a lot in there. And that's why that number is a little skewed sometimes.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I mean, the prices went from 248. Well, no, I'm sorry. The average sale price so far this year has been 248,000. That's taking in everybody.
Gotcha.
I was able to get the took Reading out, and we're at 279 in the suburbs.
That's outside the city.
Average sale price.
Wow, that's crazy.
And you probably saw today they're talking. I think Reuters just put out a thing this morning that forget about 7% appreciation.
It's going to be more.
It's 10.
Yeah, well, it's funny. They just said here on Keeping Current Manners too. They did say double digits,
like we had this year.
Yeah,
this past year.
Yeah, that's what I see too. It's interesting. There was something on Keeping Current Manners that said if you're thinking about waiting until next year, and that maybe rates are higher, but you'll get a deal on prices, well, that's risky. It may be more advantageous to pursue this year relative to waiting until 2023. And that's the same thing we keep. What do you think 2023? What do you think is going to happen then?
Well, I think we're going to, right.
That's another year away, but hey, what do you think?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, this is so unpredictable right now.
Is.
All I know is I agree with the 10% appreciation rate this year.
Yeah, me too. Absolutely.
And so here's two real estate professionals right now who are, I mean, you're talking about stepping up your investment game.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've been doing this 37 years, and Michelle and I, my wife, we are stepping up our investment game.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it this year.
Yeah, because what did you lose last year?
I lost
What'd you lose? 11.2%? 11.3%?
Where's that little baby emoji that's crying?
Yeah. No, seriously. You lost money.
I did.
We all did.
We all did.
Yeah.
You know, and I want to talk about last year. I've heard you say 11.2, and I've heard me say 13.
I thought it was 11.2.
I heard the state was 14.
Okay.
Pennsylvania.
Okay, so I think Berks County
14.
was, I swear Berks County was 11 point something. I swear.
You saw one statistic that, I saw the same statistic.
We're going to have to look that up.
I wanted to clear that up.
Okay, yeah.
Because I went to that place where you went.
Yeah.
And it said 11.2. I did our multi-list system.
What did it
Berks
say?
County, it was 13 on the money.
Okay, cool. I stand corrected.
But no,
I think you're right.
You almost have to be careful, like where you're getting your information.
Absolutely.
And you know what? But what that doesn't take into account, guys, is all the private sales.
Oh yeah.
Which I'm sure happened.
Yep.
Some of the
but they typically don't get what they could get.
That's right. So they bring the average down.
But what? Because you're taking one offer. You're
right.
Most likely you're not in a multiple offer situation.
That's right.
In a for sale by owner.
Yeah, they don't have.
I'm not trying to be mean or say anything against that. I'm just saying that I'm pretty sure you're not having 30 people come through your home.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure that you're not going to be looking at 10 different offers.
That's exactly right.
Right.
Yep. No, you hit it. But with the real estate community, it was 13%.
Wow. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But I think, and this year's going to be 10. But you know what, dude? Actives at 289.
Yeah.
Which is about 10% of a balanced market.
Yeah. I'm hoping we get a spring market. Maybe just we'll have like a real spring market where there are lots of homes come on the market. I'm hoping for 500 homes. That's what I'm hoping for. 500 total.
That would be cool.
That would be wonderful.
No, that would be great.
So if we could just have that. So if you're watching the show, just put your house on the market. Seriously. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
We'll find you something.
We have rooms in here you could sleep just in case. I mean, it's going to be
We'll get the guest room ready.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that'll go well with the wife, right? Hey, by the way, Jess, I'm going to let you know there's 4 families moving in, but sold 4 houses.
Get out the air mattress.
Yeah, exactly. The other thing I saw too in Keeping Current Manners was be careful with what you hear about this language of deceleration is not the same as depreciation. We have to actually know that. Yeah. When they say that the housing market is decelerating, that means the rate of the increase is not the same as it was before.
Good point.
That's not depreciation. That's deceleration.
That's a good point.
So just make sure when you're hearing that on the news, because the news likes to twist words a little bit. So it says acceleration means prices rise at a greater year-over-year pace than the previous month. Deceleration means home values continue to rise, but at a slower pace. of year-over-year appreciation.
That's exactly right.
So just be careful when you hear that.
Right.
Because they'd like to do doom and gloom sometimes.
They do.
Yes,
a little deceleration would be good right now.
A deceleration would be very welcomed. Yeah. Be very welcome. So keep that in mind. Anything else you have?
That's all I got right now, man.
All right, because we're at 15 minutes, buddy. We talked 15 minutes about absolutely nothing. It's unbelievable how you get two people into a room, they're salespeople, and it just rolls and rolls and rolls.
Good talkers.
Unbelievable. Yeah. I mean, Hugo didn't even get to say anything.
Yeah, man.
You know?
Do you want to say anything?
What the heck? He doesn't even have his microphone, does he?
It's just so fun to get to hear you guys.
All right. Good. All right. So, Pete, thanks for coming back in, man. I appreciate it.
Yep.
All right. There we go. Pete is back. He was back. He was here. He was in the new studio, and we're very, very excited about this. So, hope you'll tune in next month when he's back and we talk about more things about numbers in the market and everything. All right. See you later. Are your kitchen and bathroom remodels a little overdue? Well, now's your chance to call First Response Contracting. John Sellers will take care of you. 484-256-7136. They do residential and commercial, and they're licensed and insured. Give them a call at 484-256-7136.